Hey, how's it going, guys? Got another gear review for you. Thank you so much to the folks at gadzooks.com for hosting. What you're looking at here is the S-Beaner from Nite Ize. It's just a cool new different type of attachment points compared as an alternative to the normal carabiner that you probably see people wearing about all over the place. See a ton of people hanging their keys off of this, or hanging like their Nalgene's off of a backpack using these, and I'll just talk about some of the comparisons between the advantages between the two. First, let me actually just talk a little bit about the carabiner. Most of the ones that you see these days are actually the fake kind. They're not meant for climbing. They're usually the ones that you get at career fairs and as giveaways and as prizes, but they're not actually the real ones. They're usually not rated as strong, but they look like them. The advantages of the carabiner is the fact that because it is a continuous loop, if you have a bunch of keys on here, you can kind of move them about. By contrast, on the S-Beaner, you can move them about a little bit, but then that second loop, because of this section right here, you won't be able to kind of loop them around continuously. So that is one advantage that a carabiner has over this. However, the disadvantages to this is it is a little bit bulky. If you compare it here, the S-Beaner is a lot thinner. So if you guys are looking for a thinner, sleeker profile, you want to give this a shot. Another thing is, and it's kind of mean, but I laugh. I had a friend, this is actually his, he was using this as a key ring, and all his keys are on this, and he was walking while he was getting his keys out, so he had to unhook this off his belt, and then as he was unhooking this off of his belt to get to his keys, he tripped a little bit. Didn't fall, but he stumbled, and then all his keys went flying off of this thing. I helped him afterwards, but I couldn't help but laugh, and then after that he threw this away. I picked it up. I asked him if I could use this for this review, and he said he wanted one of these instead because he saw that I was going to review this later on. So actually I'm going to give this to him as a gift for laughing at him and for the story. So yeah, that's one of the disadvantages to the carabiner, is the fact that because it is a continuous loop, in order to access whatever you have hanging off this, you have to detach this from whatever it's hanging off of, and then pull your key ring out, and there is the chance that you could lose some of the stuff that's hooked onto here because it is one loop. That's one of the great things about the S-Beaner, is the fact that you have two separate independent loops, and you have this little wire retention clip right here. As you can see, this little wire is bent around, and this is what provides it itself is the retention thing. There's no springs or anything. It's just mainly on the strength of this wire. So because there are two separate holes, one can be used to be clipped onto whatever, so you can have this clipped onto your belt loop or onto a pack strap or whatever, and then the second area can be dedicated to whatever object you have clipped, so you never have to mess around with detaching it at all. You can just mess with one clip. So you can use this for a variety of purposes. You can have this hanging off a pack with keys hanging off of here, or hanging off a pack and you have whatever piece of gear. You can detach it without having to detach this. And that's great. You don't have to worry about losing this clip at all. Some people have been using it for some other things. I was reading on the Gadzooks website, some people use it for hanging a paint can from a ladder, or for hanging plants off of a ceiling, or for using this to attach backpack straps together by attaching the two zipper pulls. So people got pretty creative about this. Now there are 5 different sizes for the S-Beaner. This is actually the size 3 and the size 4. The size 3 is rated with a pull weight of 25 pounds, and the size 4 is rated with a pull weight of 75 pounds. And the 1 is really cute. It's this teeny little guy, and the 5 is just a little bit bigger than the 4. So you have a variety of sizes you can use these for. I do not recommend these for climbing, but to be honest, most people who use any of these type of gear attachments never use them for climbing at all. They're mostly for pack attachments and carrying gear, and even for the little ones, 25 pounds is more than enough. 75 pounds is very good for hanging really heavy stuff. Just a ton of uses. All you have to use is your imagination. The ability to be able to keep this attached to one point of contact without having to disengage it and still be able to pull off other types of gear. It's a great little handy option. The entire body itself is made out of stainless steel. Pretty strong construction. I like how flat it is in profile, and it just looks pretty cool. They range in price for $2 for the size 1, all the way up to $4.20 for the size 5. And also, Gadzooks.com also sells them in packs in a variety of sizes, so you might want to check that out. So pretty useful piece of kit. All that takes is a little bit of imagination, and you can use these for a variety of purposes. So that's my little review of the Nite Ize S-Painter. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Otherwise, go to gadzooks.com and get a couple for yourself. It's not a question of whether you need them, it's how many you need. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.